Hello, welcome to my sketchbook tour. I believe it's number 5. This one is actually, compared to my last one, where I barely liked any of what I did, I actually like the majority of this one. I'm really happy with it, and I'm actually really excited to show you. There's one thing that I want to kind of just hop over before I get into the whole thing. I have opened a coffee shop, if you didn't see my little announcement in my last video. So recently I decided to quit my job and go into art full time. So that's just something that I set up. I have a little shop on there. I'm going to be selling stickers. I'm hoping to put on more prints and like open commissions there. You know, if you are interested, if you like what I do, if you're interested in supporting me, feel free to go over and please do consider donating or supporting in any way. I believe there is a follow option as well. If you just want to be notified about whether I post anything or put new products up, yeah, I'll leave the link in my description, and that's that. I'll leave it at that. So here we are at my beautiful sketchbook. It is a Strathmore 500 series mixed media. I had used this, I think maybe 2 sketchbooks ago, but I had like the soft cover one, which I think I preferred. This is the hardcover, and it's a little bit bigger as well. I don't think I'll get this anymore because even though the paper is really nice and it's excellent for painting, I kind of feel like I am wasting it if I'm not painting on it. And I just kind of want to have something a little bit more like easy to use in that way, just kind of, you know, that I don't feel like I'm kind of wasting anything. But anyway, I still love the sketchbook, so I would recommend you try it out if you're interested in it, because it's a really popular one. Also, the other thing is these stickers are by Sophie McPike. I believe she still has them on her shop, I think. So I would recommend going to have a look at her products because I love her as an artist and everything that she makes is beautiful, and she deserves to have stuff bought. That was very like eloquent. But anyway, okay, let's get into it. So this is my opening page. These are my stickers. These are just examples. These ones are too big. I reprinted them, and I don't know if you can kind of tell, but they have like a glossy kind of laminate, which I don't like. I think matte always looks better. But anyway, these are examples of the stickers on my Ko-fi, so they're there if you'd like to purchase them. I thought it would be cute to do a kind of a proper little title card, so I did this French teapot. I think it's really cute. I don't know if I'll do this for every sketchbook, but for this one it was nice. I started it in April and I finished it this month. So first page is always, I think for me, is always generally a little bit messy because I'm just kind of trying out the materials in it. These are all, what are they called? Like twistable crayons. They're like these things. I don't know if you can kind of see it properly there, but it's like, it's a twistable kind of a crayon thing. They're kids art materials, but actually I really like how they look. I actually really got into using fluorescent colors as well, so that kind of pops up every now and again. These girls are my Conine characters. I've drawn them before in past videos. They're just really cute characters. I love them a lot, and I really should revisit them because they're really cute, and they're just kind of a fun, playful way of messing around with my materials as well. Some more designs, name ideas. I really like this character. I never showed her anywhere, but she's the oh, there's so much crap everywhere. She's the sister of this one, and I think they're just a really fun duo. Oh yeah, those are just colour tests. This is of my character Rune, who I draw a lot. I referenced the outfit from Pinterest, but I think the pose was mine. This was just experimenting, I guess, with colours. I've done that thing where, you know, you cut out little squares with like watercolour swatches on them, and then you like ruffle them around and then pick out a couple of random ones. And then these were just the colour schemes that I got I actually really like most of them. And I love how the paint bleeds into each of the colours. So yeah, I kind of got a little bit addicted to that, so I had dedicated a couple of pages to it. And then I got over it. This is referenced from Pinterest. The pose with the hair mainly is what I copied. Actually the pose as well. But I just thought it was really pretty. Anything with like really long, flowing, kind of wavy hair that looks really like ethereal, I think looks lovely. And I think this was, I found a dead bee and I guess I just sketched it. I mean, it was interesting. I've never really done that before, so it was, you know, it was interesting. A couple more Conine characters. I love this one, Clover. This is one of the least kind of inspired pages, but I still kind of like it. I like certain elements of it. I got my first kind of selection of Prismacolor pencils, so I was just kind of messing around with them there. This was just like a scene from the Japanese gardens in Tully, which is in Ireland, because I was mentally preparing to go on a trip to Japan, which I did a video on about the trip, so that is there if you're interested in watching it. But yeah, I was just kind of like, my mom took me here for my birthday, and yeah, it was very nice. These are just character portraits of my OCs, obviously. This is Rune and this is Logan. Actually this year as well, after doing, because I've done a bit of character like OC art in this sketchbook as well, I have, now that I'll have a little bit more time to kind of work on my own art as well as professional stuff, I'm really interested in potentially doing a comic with all of these characters who've been sitting around in my head for decades really at this point. Like there are so many of them and I've never really done anything with them, and I'd love to do a comic, so I am kind of planning and putting certain things together for it, but I don't know, I'll see how it goes, how it kind of works out, but I would love to have that as a kind of a personal project that will kind of keep going. But I love how these turned out. You can't really tell in the camera how like neon Logan's hair is. I think it looks quite dark in the camera, but it's actually really bright and neon in reality. I just really like how they came out. I mean, like I just felt one day that I wanted to do like proper gouache portraits of them. Like now they are acrylic gouache, but whatever. I love how Rune turned out. I think she looks really cute. And then I did one of my other character, Reese, as well. His neck looks a bit weird, so I kind of wish I would change that, but I'm not going to bother with it now. But yeah, he came out cute as well. This was, I think, the first Scribble Brigade that Sophie McPike did, and that was really fun. I'd never joined a stream like that before, so that was loads of fun. I'm not mad on the colours I picked, but I love this sketch. I love how that turned out. And that's it. But it's fun, it's a good time, and it's nice to be able to chat with people who are kind of interested in the same things or doing the same thing as you. This was another Scribble Brigade. I think that took place like a couple of weeks later, so like between this one and this one I just didn't do anything in my sketchbook. But I think this one was a bit more successful. I love this page, and I love this little face here as well. But yeah, I just really like how she turned out, and I love the pose in this one. Yeah. This was part of the previous Scribble Brigade as well. And these are my face warped with filters. I can't remember how I did it. I think it was on like Instagram or something. I just started using the filters and playing around with them, and then I just drew that. Here I was just messing around with all of the brush pens that I have that I could find, because I was starting to look into like what drawing materials I wanted to take with me on my trip, and I really wanted to try and kind of get some nice little brush markers that I could get nice thin kind of lines with. I mean, it's not the best spread in the entire sketchbook, but I do still like it. And just a painting, not much to explain there. Just a landscape. I think I wanted to just throw a ton of paint onto the page and just see what happened, and then this is what came out. I wasn't referencing anything, so it's a pretty generic landscape, but it's fine. I like the colours. Okay, so actually, this little sketchbook, I took it out of a little sketchbook that I brought with me to Japan, where if ever I wasn't drawing something that was specifically related to the trip, then I drew it in here. So it's just lots of kind of random bits. And then I tore all the pages out of the sketchbook and very, very poorly bound them together. So I can go through this as well. Maybe it might be easier if I move that away for now. So I'm not even really going to explain too much of it because it was just really random. Artichokes for some reason, a lot of plants, and then I started drawing a lot of like old Pokemon sprites. So a lot of this was just in the evening when we weren't doing anything, or we were just chilling out. I really like this this Zubat. I feel like it kind of makes like this sound effect, but I really like how they turned out. They came out really, really cute. I love the style of those old sprites. I think they just look so goofy, but just really fun. And I am also currently making stickers that are based on those old sprites. So I think they're turning out really cool, very cute. They're not on the shop yet, but they will be. But these old sprites have just such a strange charm to them. Like, I love how the old Eevee sprites just look so angry. And then I started drawing some of the trainer sprites as well, which I thought looked really cute. This is why I say it was very poorly bound, because it doesn't open properly, but you get the idea. I love how these trainers turned out, like the full kind of sprites of them. I think I did a mixture, so like these were all the old Gen 1 sprites. I think these were Gen 3, Gen 2 a bit maybe, or maybe this was also Gen 1. Oh my god. So yeah, you can see I really got into doing these little drawings. But they were fun, and they were like the perfect way to just do something small and cute and quick while we were just kind of chilling out, because oh my god, it was insanely hot over there. So it was very hard to get much energy to do much. And that's it. Okay, so then this was kind of when we came back. I wasn't really sure what to draw, so these were referenced from Pinterest, and the rest of it was just random flowery stuff. Oh yeah, so then these were like little kind of swatches that I did, because I was trying to decide like what watercolors to bring with me, so but I have a lot of overlapping colors, so that was just those tests. These were all beautiful flowers that I took photos of while I was over there. There was this gorgeous log covered in like mushrooms, and it was just so like picturesque. I've never wanted to draw stuff like this before, but just everything was so beautiful that like I just really wanted to. Plus I got these really cool like ink pens that have these really nice, hard to control nibs, which doesn't sound great, but actually it makes for these really nice like line variety. That was terrible grammar, but anyway. Also, I really like how this drawing came out, so I have turned it into a lino print. This page is probably one of the biggest messes in the whole sketchbook. It's probably my least favourite of the whole thing, because I really, really didn't know what I wanted to do, but it's fine. I still don't dislike it. I just like these little drawings of Rune. I think she kind of helped it a bit. And I like these, they're very simple. I really like the colours in this one. These were referenced from Pinterest. Oh, this was an art prompt by Sophie McPike, where I think she got us to like pick a few different, like particular colours, tape off these boxes, and then just kind of like, you know, scribble around or mess around, do whatever. So this is just what I did, and it's fine. I like it, I guess. This is my character Reese and his little sister Parley. I just felt like drawing a little cute moment between them because he's the type of character who doesn't like smile very much. He's usually very like deadpan or kind of, you know, sullen. So it was just nice to kind of draw him being happy and enjoying his time with his sibling. These are referenced from Pinterest. This was referenced from Pinterest. I don't really know. This is so outside my comfort zone. I think it still turned out okay. It's just, yeah, it's very, very unlike anything that I draw normally, but it's fine. This was another Scribble Brigade. I actually wrote the date. That was the 16th of July. Not July, August. And that was fine as well. Like, one of the things that I'm not very good at when I'm drawing like really quickly is like being able to think of like a good way of placing things. I know that's kind of hard to do anyway when you're hurrying, but I always find that these pages end up looking a bit messy because they're just a bit all over the place. I love her little expression. I like how she came out, and her, and that's it. Another drawing of Rune. I believe this was also referenced from Pinterest. I really felt like drawing Rune with like a flower crown, and I also really wanted to use this ink again. I've used it before in like previous sketchbooks that I did tours on, but I just really wanted to do another kind of thing like this. Her face isn't quite right, and I'm not really sure why it's not exactly her, but like I still think it looks really pretty. And then this is these are a couple of sketches of her friend May, who is dead, and if I do this comic, she will play a part as like, you know, the invisible ghost, I guess. More Reese. I think this page is like one of my favorites. The two spreads. I was just kind of like, I always draw Rune. I never really draw many of my other characters, even though I love them just as much. So Reese is kind of like my second baby. Rune is kind of like, she has priority with a lot of things, but Reese is kind of second. And I never really draw him, but I love him a lot. And then these guys as well, Logan, Sven and Tig, they're all kind of part of the same group, and I really don't draw them as often as I should. Especially Tig and Sven, like I really don't draw them at all. But yeah, I just for some reason decided I wanted to draw them as Animal Crossing characters, and they turned out adorable. This is a bit of a weird spread because I just did not know what to do. As stated here, tried to do a portrait of May. I have no idea why I did it slap bang in the middle because she's extremely distorted now whenever like you open the book. These are an old character that I drew before in another sketchbook, and then this was referenced from Pinterest. I was just trying to kind of, I guess, do a slightly more realistic version of her. More portraits. These are, well, this is she's the principal and she's a teacher in like the school that all of these kids go to, and this woman is the mother of Rune. And I always kind of like opening the two pages together. Like, she's obviously done a little bit too large, but I kind of like seeing the similarities between them. I much prefer how I drew Rune. This one is a bit stiff, and I don't really like it as much as I did when I finished it, but it's fine. Like, it gives you an idea of what she's like anyway. Oh, this is where I made my very, very first sticker. So that was a very exciting moment for me. And then this was me just trying to plan out other kinds of ideas. I really wanted to draw like plant related stick. Like, I'm absolutely in sticker mode now. Like, I am having so much fun making them because you can do like literally anything, and it's just like, it was always one of those things where I would see other people making them and being like, oh, that's so fun. You could just make a sticker of like literally anything, whatever you wanted. You could make your own fan stickers. So now the fact that I can do it myself is like an absolute revelation, and I love it. Didn't really know what I wanted to draw here. I just knew that I wanted to draw, so I ended up kind of these were referenced from a couple of photos I took when we were in Japan. These are just referenced from, I think, other photos that I took. More Rune. Wanted to mess around with these ink pens that I got. They are, hold on. these ones, they're by Pentel ink marker things, but like the nib, I don't know if you can kind of see, it's just a brush nib, but like they're individual hairs as well, so that it works like an actual brush. But they're so nice, the colours are so vivid and strong. More sticker ideas. I used to make like little magnets of these fruit and vegetables, and I had plans to like create them to sell, and then I was finding it hard to find a way to protect them, because I had all of these like little kind of details on them, like the flowers and stuff that broke quite often, or the leaves and stuff, and I wasn't really sure how to protect them in case somebody needed me to post them. So I kind of gave up on that. I really do want to revisit the concept though, because they were such cute magnets. But anyway, then I started kind of thinking of maybe I could turn those into stickers as well, even though I think they're cuter as magnets, but even just as like sketches, they're really cute. I kind of like how the colours work on both of these pages as well. I was just messing a lot with my watercolours and stuff, and I love this drawing. More sticker ideas. I think probably that's one of the reasons why I was really enjoying this sketchbook, is because I was just messing a lot of the time, just coming up with ideas, playing around with ideas, which I don't really let myself do that much, I think, which is really stupid, because like obviously that's one of the points of a sketchbook, is to experiment a bit. But yeah, I was just kind of like, you know, like here, I think repetition looks really good in a sketchbook as well, when you draw the same thing over and over, and I think it just looks nice. Like, they're not the best pages in the sketchbook at all, but I still think they look cool. Blooming is the name of my character's town. It used to be called Blaw, which is just the Irish word for flower, but I mean, like, it's such an ugly word to say, Blaw. So I was talking to a friend about it and trying to get their advice on like what it could realistically be called if it's like set in this kind of like indeterminate like American setting, and we came up with Blooming, which I think is still very much in the spirit of like the old name, but it just sounds more like a kind of an American town name, I think. This is a spread that I'm kind of a bit 50-50 on. Like, I really like how this turned out, I really like how Rune turned out, and then this bit really just kind of like spoils it. But this wasn't inspired by anything, I just really wanted to throw some colour down on the page and do the masking tape thing. And it wasn't supposed to be like an actual image, it wasn't supposed to be figurative, it just ended up that way. I think it looks kind of cool though, it's a bit mysterious, I guess. There's no kind of concept behind it though. I do like this picture of Rune. I referenced it also from Pinterest. Oh yes, so then this is me revisiting the idea of the Pokemon sprites. And this is where I decided that I wanted to make stickers from them, so I wanted to draw them out properly. I love the one of Victory Bell and Paris. Yeah. So I think for now I settled on Mew Mewtwo, the starters, Pikachu, the two fossils, Psyduck and Victory Bell, and the actual fossils here. These were the most recent drawings that I did. I actually just did them the other night. Just finishing up the sketchbook, coming to the end of it. And then that's it. This is the lino print then of the flower that I did earlier. And I just wanted to kind of pop it into the end of the sketchbook, almost kind of like a reminder that, you know, this was kind of the time that I did it. It didn't fit, it kind of cut off a little bit, but one thing I am doing with it is printing tote bags with this design. So that's going to go to a Christmas show. So if they do well, I might do more and put those on my shop as well. And just a couple of like little Animal Crossing characters who I love a lot. Yeah. And then that's it. That is the entire sketchbook. And I feel that went really, really quickly, but that's how it is. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, I'm going to put my Ko-fi link down in the description. So if you do like what I do, I would very much like to ask you to consider supporting me and my work so that I can do more. I really hope you enjoyed the video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. I actually have some planned for this time. So, and now that I'll have like more time to kind of work on my own stuff, then I'm actually hoping to set up more of like a routine and a schedule. I don't know how it's going to work out, so I'm not going to promise anything, but that's the plan. So I hope you have a lovely day or evening or morning or whatever time it is for you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!